the tragedy that occurred there. The only rule is that you will not get violence and that you will not shout down anybody else. This is a university and it is a free space. And we really pride ourselves in trying to protect that free space. I do want to say that Marikana is a fairly symbolic moment in our history. It's the tragedy that took place there, I think, has provoked a whole series of questions. It's provoked a question for the business community and in particular the mining industry. That how is it that an industry that produces the wealth that this industry has can create the social conditions that Marikana brought to the fore? It poses questions to the black economic empowerment agenda. Is how is it that the people we saw as the patriotic bourgeoisie can behave no differently from the most exploitative bourgeoisie we've ever found? It poses questions, it seems to me, to the trade union movement. How is it that a movement that was supposed to represent the interests of the most impoverished in our society, we're not able to do so at a particular historical moment, and the very workers felt the need to break away from their unions? It poses a question for the state. How is it that a democratic state and its police services that are meant to protect the citizens of this country can be responsible for the atrocity that happened in Marikana? How is it that a democratic state and its local municipalities, after being paid all of the taxes that they have been paid, can allow the social conditions to exist as they did in Marikana? Basically, in a lot of ways, and it poses questions, I might add, to civil society and to the people that actually engage in protest. What are the rules of protest? What are the legitimate rules? What is the legitimate framework for protest? Basically, Marikana puts the whole post-apartheid political project into question. It asks the question, 18 years after 1994, who have been the true beneficiaries of South Africa's democracy? And who are its victims? We've spoken so much about transformation, but has that happened? And it seems to me that effectively that is what this conversation is meant to be about. It's sparked by a book, and I'm sure all of the colleagues will urge you to buy them in a while. But it's sparked by this book, but it is a conversation that is taking place in every nook and cranny of our society. And as a university, how is it that we cannot but talk about it? But as I said, it is a free space. It is a space that we're going to allow for all views to be expressed. And I would ask you to be mindful and respectful. Other than that, feel free to be as critical and as robust as you deem necessary.